Hi everyone, welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Veriba, and I've been following up on D23 event that's been going on for the last 2 hours now. I'm exhausted, but it looks like they're about to end off the event. But one of the things they did drop is a new trailer for Agatha All Along. We actually did get, I guess, like teaser about a month or so ago, and I remember reacting to that, and it actually looked like a very interesting show, despite the fact that there was a little bit of skepticism that I had about the whole like concept of the idea and just actually making it a show. But it looks very interesting. I actually am looking forward to seeing the actual show itself, and now it seems so we actually got a much longer trailer for it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right down into the new trailer for Agatha All Along.
Agatha.
Who's been messing up everything?
I'm caught
The
in something.
covenless witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
Alright, so she's getting her memories back.
What really happened to you?
Ooh, love that logo play.
Road to all that's foul and fair.
She took every
Sing
little
song.
bit of power I had.
Gather sisters far.
I'm assembling a coven. We gotta get back on top. I'm gonna walk the road. Join me.
Darkest hour, wake
Oh, it is a new song.
earthly and divine.
The Witch's Road will give you the thing you want most. If you make it to the end.
The road is a death wish.
Oh.
Heard you guys were having a party.
What's up? Hey.
Shall we?
Down the road, down
It will test us
the witches, down the
and our knowledge of the
Wicked
craft.
references. More wicked references.
Our worst nightmares.
How do we pass this trial without any power?
We survive like witches have been doing for centuries.
maiden mother grown.
What happens next?
I just need these witches to get me to the end.
Awful betrayal, huh?
The bodies are really piling up.
Why do you let them believe those things about you?
Because the truth is too awful.
I want my prize! Time
Was
to
that
finish the
Mephisto?
road. Last one there is a nice person.
Was that really Mephisto?
To glory and
Love the song. Was that Mephisto? I want to know, was that legitimately Mephisto? So that was a brand new trailer for Agatha All Along, and I suspected whenever we do get a new second trailer, that's where we get a little bit more knowledge of what the show is going to be about. And honestly, seeing that new trailer and seeing the new footage, I feel like we got a lot more detail. So clearly, the first thing that is clear from this is Agatha, she's on a journey to what seems to be trying to getting back her powers, because we know from WandaVision that her powers were taken away. I mean, her mind was basically, you know, I guess you can say manipulated, or I don't want to say brainwashed, but she did basically mind control her and to become a different person, right? Like I think it was like Agnes. I believe that was her character's name. So it looks like as though she's getting back a lot of her memories. We saw that in the previous trailer. We see a little bit more of that here. It's like she's finally getting back a lot of who she really was in that back when she was in Westview, and it looks like she's going back to Westview and then recruiting a lot of people to help her in this journey. We see Aubrey Plaza here and what her involvement is. She's technically supposed to be the antagonist, but it looks like she's also kind of playing a little bit of a trickster in this show. So one thing I was a little bit surprised is that, you know, after watching that first trailer where it definitely had a little bit more of like that sinister, more dramatic feel to it, this one definitely had a little bit more of a little levity to it. You can tell, especially with Aubrey's character, where there's a little bit of that humor. So it does seem as though it's not going to be taking it too seriously. It won't be as sophisticated as I imagined it to be. But even that being the case, just watching the trailers, you can see just how, you know, this is going to be quite a journey for Agatha. We're seeing even snippet, like we're even getting references of like pop culture witches. We see, I think, Alphaba and Glenda. So two characters from Wicked. The only reason why I know this is because I have a friend who's like who absolutely loves Broadway. So that's the only reason why I recognize the Wicked characters. It's quite possible we actually might get more, and not just even seeing that. So there could be a play on that. Again, just watching this trailer, it gave me more of that hocus pocus vibe to it. But also, again, you get the sense of this being very witchy, being very having a little bit more of that drama. And there's even bits and pieces where I'm like seeing some pretty like, you know, like some pretty incredible performances coming from Catherine Hahn. So again, this is a very promising trailer. I'm very excited even more now to see this show, just because, again, I feel like this is a really good follow-up to WandaVision, and like just seeing what happened to, you know, Agatha. And I have a feeling that we're probably going to see Scarlet Witch again at some point. That's probably why Elizabeth hasn't been, you know, admitting to it, or has been saying that her character is officially dead. But we'll just have to see, right? I mean, lots of questions about that. I think the big one, of course, is, was that Mephisto? Was that actually Mephisto? Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm not even kidding at this point, because I remember WandaVision, there was that whole speculation about, oh, Mephisto was going to show up, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and then at the end of the day, there was no Mephisto. But now it's like, watching this footage here, it's like, wait a second, that actually looks like Mephisto. So are we finally getting Mephisto after like freaking 3-4 years of this anticipation of Mephisto? Like, I think even for Doctor Strange, there was like this whole cry for Mephisto, and now it looks as though we actually might be finally getting Mephisto. I don't know. Confirm that to me in the chats, but yeah, it looks like as though we may have actually seen the official first look of Mephisto. Again, I could be wrong. It could have been just a whole different devilish figure. That could have been someone else, who knows. But that looks to me Mephisto. So yeah, there you have it. I mean, just this trailer has already kind of boosted my excitement for this show. Again, definitely a little bit of change of the tone from the first trailer, because the first trailer was very sophisticated and rounded and had a lot more of that Halloween spooky vibe to it. We still get the spooky vibe to it. We definitely feel a little bit more of the witchy side to it. Like, there's a lot of like witch vibes that we get out of it. Even the new song that we hear from the background, again, giving off a lot of that hocus pocus vibe, a lot of that witchy vibe, that spooky vibe. So I feel like this is a show that really knows its own identity and what it needs to be in terms of like its story and its characters. And again, knowing that identity. I think that's like the big thing, knowing what kind of show it wants to be. And I think that that's actually a good sign going into Agatha all along, because I know when it comes to MCU shows, and even extension with Star Wars, that there's been a lot of misses than really hits, and it's just like, okay, we're getting Agatha all along. It's not really a show that a lot of people really wanted, but I think having seen the first footage, it's like, okay, maybe this could be a promising sign, right? I mean, this is kind of an era where we're seeing a little bit more of a revamp coming from Marvel Studios. So, again, so far, the first two trailers have been on point. So hopefully this means that the show will be great. Again, we've got a lot more details of what the story's gonna be about, what Agatha's going through, as well as a possibility of Mephisto right there. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the new trailer for Agatha All Along. Let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts about seeing a little bit more of the snippets about Agatha's story? What do you think about the fact that she is recruiting, basically making her own coven and trying to go to this destination of sort, to what seems to be her trying to get her powers back? Do you think we're going to see Elizabeth Olsen at some point in this show? I mean, we've been hearing glimpses and pieces of it. Did you catch that Wicked reference? Biggest question, was that really Mephisto? Do you think that was really Mephisto, or do you think it was somebody else? Let me know your thoughts below, and make sure to like and subscribe.